Much good basketball to talk about tonight, but the breaking news today is all about a big trade. As we mentioned moments ago, and here with all the details, the man who broke the news, senior NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski, is joining us now. So, Woj, Brad Stevens makes his first big move as the Celtics president of basketball operations. What are the details of this trade, and where does it leave both teams?
Well, Hannah, Kemba Walker is on his way to the Oklahoma City Thunder, along with the 16th overall pick in the July draft. For Al Horford, 2023 second-round pick from the Thunder. And ultimately, for Brad Stevens in Boston, a chance to get off of the 2 years, $73 million owed Kemba Walker. I think that salary, looked at against what his availability has been with some of the knee injuries and where he is physically. You don't trade Kemba Walker because of his talent or his character or his leadership. It's looking at the way that his contract impacted their cap. And now the Thunder, 3 first-round picks in this July draft and the potential to have 2 top 5 picks. The Thunder continue to gather up assets as they head into the rebuild.
As we look at pictures here of Brad Stevens as the head coach and that trio that the Celtics put together with Kemba Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and the really relative disappointment for a trio of stars that they felt could potentially take them all the way to contend for a championship. How difficult a move was this for the Celtics to move on from that?
Well, certainly because of the person that Kemba Walker is and how they feel about him. And listen, when you sign a big player in free agency like they did with Walker after Kyrie Irving's departure, typically you don't like to have to trade that player. It makes it harder the next time you're in free agency for a player to know that he's going to be with you and that you're not going to move on from him. But I think certainly physically the questions about Kemba right now, he'll go to Oklahoma City, and they've had success there. With whether it was Chris Paul, whether it was Al Horford himself, who goes back to Boston, Carmelo Anthony, and allowing players to get their value back up and then helping them move on to a contender, which is certainly where Kemba Walker, of course, would love to end up again. And, and Al Horford back in Boston, he's thrilled with this, I'm told. And, he gives Boston another, veteran presence in the middle, to anchor a defense that really fell off last season. Yeah, you can imagine how happy he is to be going back there. Kemba, who knows, maybe this is just a stopover, as you say, in OKC, as, they'll really look at this draft class and try to build from there this year. Woj. Oh, and they have to hire a head coach, the Celtics, too. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Woj, we appreciate you, as always. Thank you.
NBA analyst Kendrick Perkins joining us now. Hey, Perk, what message do you think Brad Stevens is sending Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown by trading away Kemba Walker?
That I trust you, that the organization trusts you, and they believe that this organization is in great hands with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, and rightfully so. Look, when healthy and those two guys are on the court together, they're arguably a top 5 duo in the game. Look, it's hard to find wing players in today's game. Coaches and GMs die for guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. You got 2 guys that are capable of going for 30 a night, 25 a night on a normal night, but on an epic night, we seen what they both could do together. So he's sending the message and saying, I have my dynamic duo. I'm about to build from here, but this is my foundation, and I love that move by Brad Stevens.
Al Horford returning to Boston after spending 3 seasons with the Celtics. What does he bring to this Celtics team?
He brings a lot. He's well respected in the organization. The guys in his teammates, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, the list goes on. They love him. But one thing about Al Horford, he's able to stretch the floor. He has that 3-point range that gives them the spacing to operate. his leadership skills. And also, look, Al Horford is not that old. Me and him around the same age. I may just look like this, but he's in great shape, okay? He still can move his feet. And look, at the end of the day, you need a big that can switch 1 through 5. I think it's a great move, adding Al back to the organization. The fan base love him. He wants to be there. The players want him there. And I guarantee you, this move did not happen without the consent of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Perk, how old are you?
I'm 36, going on 37.
Oh, man. You just
I thought
a
he was going
baby.
to say 36, going on 26.
You just a baby. You just a baby. Much more from the baby Perk.
I got an old soul, though.
There you go.
There you go.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.